Hi, this video is just going to give you a quick overview of Google Apps for Education. Now, there's been lots of talk about what it can do. I just want to show you some of the things that come with it, because I know some people just want a bit of an overview really. So I'm just going to show you a few things. Now, with Google Apps there are four main tools. The four tools are Mail, Docs, Sites and Calendar. Now I'm going to show you Mail to start with. Now I'm not going to show you my real mail, this is on a training site we've got. Now you can see the email here is pretty much full Gmail. You've got a huge amount of storage space, much more than you would get elsewhere. Also it's all free as well, so it's very simple to use. So you can just compose mail, you can type in someone's name, etc. Nice and easy Gmail that everyone uses already, or lots of people do anyway. You can also teach children to start filtering their mail into certain inbox if you want to. You can choose to have chat and calendar linked with it as well, and there's a whole range of mail settings that you can go through and sort of fiddle around with really, like signature and different themes as well. You can see you've got themes on there, so you can pick one of these as well, so you can see it changes very quickly. So that's the Gmail, very useful, and I'll talk a bit about the admin with that in just a second. With our Gmail, with our Google Apps, what we've done is we've set up a password page. So to get to here, to get to our main page, you have to log in first. Now this is what all children and teachers do, and the link for this you can see up here is a bit long. It's actually just that bit there, but what we've done is we've put this link on our school website. So when you click on there, you can see I'm going to switch accounts because I was just on the other one. And it will come up, and there's our site. Now it's not the prettiest. One of my jobs in the next few weeks is to make this a bit tidier. What I wanted was to give all of the tools that we've got a home really. So this is the St John's Apps page, and again you can see that URL up there. Along the top of any Google page you can see Mail, Calendar, Documents, Sites, Video, and there's more as well, which you'll get like Aviary, which I'll talk about a little bit later. What we've done is we've put the links on the page here, as well as linking other Google tools like Picasa and Google Maps, as well as linking other online things that we have that are not Google, like BrainPop, ClassPair, Education City, Purple Mash, etc. We've also got links to our blog, which are over here. Aviary you can get through Google Apps as well, that's there. Junior Librarian, and some other things that we've got. So the idea is that our children access everything all in one place, and although those sites aren't linked, I mean, if you change the password on Google Apps, you would need to change it on something else as well. It just helps for the children to have it all in one place. You can also get to the admin console here, which I'll open up and I'll come to a little bit later. So from here, you can go to things like the calendar. Now, the calendar is very simple to use. We've got ours here. To create an event, you can just click once or twice, and it comes up with an event here. You can change it, so meeting with Bob. I can say actually that's going to be on that day at that time. I can choose which calendar it goes on out of the calendars we have. I can say where it's going to be, my room, etc. You can choose the pop-ups of getting an email or getting an SMS message as well. That's all possible, and you can invite people using their email address over here if you really need to. So you can press save, and then 15th of July, which is the following week, that meeting with Bob is there. Now the thing is, this is such a great calendar that if that meeting was then put back, I can move it, or if it was actually put on a different day, you just drag it and drop it, and there it is straight away. We have this calendar feeding out to our school website, so it's very easy for people to see what is happening. Any of the parents can have a look at our school website and they will see this feed. Also, if I want to add other people's, I can just type in Mickey Mouse's email address there, and I've got his calendar coming up. Now he's not a very busy mouse, so there's nothing on there at the moment, but you get the idea that you could share calendars, and you can turn them on or off as well. The ones that I've got down here, there's some Google Apps that tells you when things are being updated. So for example, if I look at this week, spreadsheets, there's a little bit there that tells you a small bit of information about what update is happening that week. Gmail, inbox style, etc. Very useful just to be kept informed of the updates, because they tend to happen. You can see on there I've got 3 this week, so there's usually quite a few each week. Usually very simple, but very useful updates as well. The Portsmouth one is for Portsmouth Football Club. You can also go through, if I go back to say March, you'll be able to see, hopefully, there you go, there's Portsmouth scores on there, and it puts the fixtures and the scores on so you can see what's happening. You can do that for a lot of different sports. It's a very useful tool. So you've got the calendar there. What we've started to do as well, we've got Google Docs. We've started to put all of our planning online. So Through here you get a number of different tools. You can see we've got our different ones there. You've got presentation, you've got document, you've got spreadsheet. Those are sort of Word, PowerPoint, Excel, but with cut down features. Very, very useful. You can also share as well. So if I make a document, and if I here is my story, and I can choose share up here. Now I find it hard to write stories, so let's just get Mickey Mouse to help me as well, and then he's now in there as well, so he can log in at the same time and edit that document at the same time. Now very useful for children when they're doing that. You could have a look at some of the fair trade presentations we've got here, for example. If I bring up a fair trade presentation, the children have been working on these, and what they've been doing is working in groups of 3, 4 or 5, and all been adding various different parts of the presentation at the same time, which is very, very useful to collaborate online if they want to. It tells you who's editing the presentation up there as well, so you can do that. The other one is the spreadsheet, so you can get other people sharing at the same time. You can get them talking online, you can get them collaborating whether they're at home or at school, wherever, it doesn't really matter. So that's Google Docs. Form is on there, you can play with that as well. Very, very powerful survey tool. But I'm going to just come out of there now. The last one is sites. So if I go on to the sites here, what we've done is we've made a small page so you can get some info about how to use it. I'm just going to show you some of the sites that the children made. And it's quite a basic website design tool, but very powerful actually. So you can embed Google Maps. Here's one about our local area. I can also put various different text and pictures on the page if I want to. I can also use like a Picasa web slideshow. You could also use Animoto if you wanted to, or PhotoPeach or anything like that really. And you can have photos that go through. You can also embed stuff from other sites. Like this one is a website called What to Learn, and this is a game that the girls have made based on the website they've created. So you can see it's quite a powerful tool really. Very simple to use. You can just edit page. You can then insert a number of things, documents that you've already made, video if you want to as well. You can also use things like calendar and whatever else if you wanted. So you could have a site for whatever sort of things you needed really. Other tools, things like Picasa, like I said, is photo slideshows, photo storage. You get 1 GB per user, so really useful to maybe build up a portfolio of the children's photos over the course of their time with you. Google Maps as well, also cool. Often these tools ask you to log in again, which is just a password there. And if I go to a food map, for example, what we were doing this week was we were making a map of where food comes from and putting a small pin so you can see that we had rice coming from India and so on. Their maps are much better than mine. I've just showed them how to do 1 or 2 pins. They've got about 15 or 20, so really nice sort of way of using maps actually. Other tools, Avery, music editing, picture editing, putting it all together, all done for free. You get Avery through the Google Apps Marketplace, which I'll show you in just a sec. Now, if you go into the admin console, the dashboard here, you have the settings for all of the different tools. What you can also do is you can go to Organisation and Users. You can upload users in bulk, so you can do it 1 year group at a time, and you can see there you've got bulk upload users. And when you do that, it tells you exactly how to spread out that the spreadsheet so that you can get the user accounts in there nice and easily. What I can also do, the bit that I really like, is if I go to my 2012 cohort of Alvin and Donald, etc., I can see these here. I can create a new user, just 1 account, very quickly if I need to. What I can also do is go to Services, and it will give me a long list of all the things that I've chosen for my school, but actually maybe I haven't taught this cohort email yet, so I can actually turn it off. Okay, and then that will now be turned off for that group. I can also scroll down and turn off things like the Chrome Web Store or Google Books, or any of the things that are on this list. You can see that I can turn them on or off as I need to. So if I want iGoogle turned on for this group, I can. Let's just discard those changes. So you can see that you're in charge of all of that. Lots of other bits through here. Groups let you set up email addresses for everyone. These emails are all internal only, so we can just send a quick email out to all of Class 6 or all of Class 7, etc. We've also got advanced tools. If you scroll down on here, you can see that what I do is I add the cohort so that they can only get emails from inside. So it's all nice and safe, internal messaging. There's also a nice little setup feature to talk you through how to do various bits. So that's kind of a 10-minute overview of Google Apps. If you have any questions, there's a few links in the blog post, but that's it really. There's a lot to it, but feel free to explore and send me any questions if you have them.